You're gonna keep that kind of stuff. Raw mats. We're gonna make you. Finish mats like that. Sure, red is fine. Good enough for the moment. I'll further sort later. Just wanted to make sure we had enough capacity for this next track section. Alright, collect the water. It's the last harvest of food we'll be able to do for a little while. I think I'm just going to stockpile all of that over here. I need to keep the bandages with me. And... nah, I'm not going to process the food right now. Alright, I think we're all set. I won't need to worry about the garden for a while unless I keep gathering seeds from the fish. These guys... are you guys ready to go? Yes, they were. Nothing on the benches. Oops. Did we get everything built? I think so. Got the lab. Got all those. Yeah, I think we got everything built. So, we're only at 13 research points left. I need 15 to get the armory. Another 10. That one I don't care about. So, I only need 12 to finish off research 8. And then it's 20, 30. And I do eventually want that. So, almost 40 to get 9. Yeah, we might not make it on the next one either. That is a lot of materials, unless we get a lot of research. Now, one thing to note is I can start taking finished products like these, and you'll notice in the description over here in the middle in blue, it has a little science symbol, and it says 8. So I need to start doing these. Instead of feeding it raw materials, I need to process them and then feed it, because you get an increase in the exchange rate. Because it only takes a single... it takes 2 scrap iron to make a bar, but I only get 2 research points for 2 scrap iron, but I get 5 for the bar, so I end up with more research for the finished good. Now, I am having to take the time to process it, and I'm having to burn the fuel to process it, but it still comes out to be a net profit. And it gets even better when you go further. If I turn the bar into bolts, it jumps it up to 8, and it's just 1 bar for a bolt. So that's easy math there. So it's a bar and a piece of wood, essentially. I don't think the ratio is exactly that because of the burn rates, but you get the idea. So yeah, I need to be processing stuff into goods further along in the progression and then putting those into the research table. So we'll start working on trying to do that. Otherwise... ooh, that's 8 iron bars right there. Yes? Do I do that? You know what? Screw it. Let's process some of this. I got no. How much fuel do I have? I got none. Never mind. I gotta wait until we get some fuel. Get me out of here. This is not the same run as yesterday. We're starting fresh. I wanted to do a new start run where I knew what I was doing so that I could send something coherent over to my YouTube friends. So that previous run was my first look getting reacquainted. Now we're in the... Hey!
I want to warn you about something.
Uh-oh. It's time for the nasty.
Let's just say hungry monsters.
Come on. Give me control back. Oh, crap. Is this one of those invisible things you can't actually harvest, apparently? I got 2 of the fish that time. New quest monster. Alright, so now there is a danger out in the void. There is a shark. A literal void shark. Where are you, void shark? Usually he's already on screen by this point. We'll see him eventually. Nope, they're going away from me. Alright, let's get this train moving. So we're back into gathering resources mode. My buddies are already hard at work. I'm missing all this stuff up in these obscure locations. I gotta be... Oh, there he is. There's the shark. We gotta keep an eye on that shark. He will occasionally dip in to try to attack me and or the train. We can shoot him, but our weapon versus him currently is not worth the effort, other than to try to drive him off. But I have no realistic expectation of being able to kill that thing right now. So we're just going to mostly ignore him. Did he come in behind me? Sounded like he came in behind me. I'll just try to dissuade him from his sharkish ways. A couple things to know about the shark. Headshots count. Just like in the arena, it's double damage. He does regenerate his health by eating the local fish. So if you scare the fish off, you'll basically prevent him from regenning his health. Ooh, we got a long-range headshot on him. And then apparently there's mutators that he can run into or eat that give him special bonuses. So, you want to keep an eye out for that stuff. What you guys got for me? Oh, good jobs. 2 chemicals, 6 wood, and a scrap metal. Keep up the good... Oh, you missed something, you lazy bastards. They might have tapped out. Either ran out of water or filled their inventory. Apparently I can't grab stuff while reloading. Where are you at, shark? Oh, I missed some more wood up above the train. Run! Got 1 seed back. Too close. Really puts a lot of movement pressure on me. Hey now. Only got, what, 6 shots? Runs out quick.
And these are dangerous creatures we seem to have encountered before.
Ah, they're blocked by quest.
The leech is not clever or intelligent. We will hardly call it dangerous either.
Leech is on my train. Got me with a melee strike.
We're going to have to stay here a little longer, at least to clear the path.
All right. Yep, outposts.
Unfortunate news. You're wanted at every post. Oh, no, wait. That's not you. It's a scientist accused of stealing classified documents and artifacts. That's what he looks like.
Doesn't help me to have this other ammo without having a weapon to fire it. Alright, I think that's it. Another one where we can't modify the train. Oops, I left something over there. Crap. Thought I had done all the things necessary. Use bandages. Hey, I can use bandages now. Quick tap Q. New quest, weapon, press J. Sure. Notes. Scientists got here. Soldiers were already here. Took something of value. Fine. Research the armory. Whoa! Hey, Sharky. I didn't know you'd hang out over here. That's kind of surprising. Punk. I'll talk about train damage a little later. Get out of here, stupid fish. Alright, so, you know, it's a little bothersome. Oh, that's right, we're in the middle of the region. We didn't go into an actual main depot. Alright, get this thing moving again. Nope, too late. That's one of the leather I need too. Oh well. Slow down. Again. Thing shows up the instant before I'm able to click the E key. Alright, there's Mr. Sharky. Yeah, I just can't keep enough concentrated damage on him, and it takes too long between his swim-ins to get him any realistic damage on him. And when I stop paying attention, he goes and eats some of the little fish and heals up, so... Alright, I do want to do some research and stuff. Oh, hi there. Nice. Alright, let's get this done. Make sure they're filled. Got resources. A lot of random crap. Another gray gun part. I think he's out here snacking on fish again. Whew, that was some lucky long-range shots. One nice thing about the pistol is the bullet travel speed is really good compared to some of the other weapons I've seen. Hitting a moving target with bullets that travel really slow is rough. Yeah, he's way out there. He's eating fish. He's getting healed. Way outside my range. Alright, what are we sitting on? Lots of iron. Pretty good amount of wood. Yeah, really good amount. Alright, step one. Don't care about gray parts. That one's green. We might hold on to that one. Let's start putting those here. And I guess those as well. Add points. 3 blue samples. Alright, we're up to 43. I want to process raw materials into finished goods. Let's load this thing up with some fuel. Get the bars going. Then, I don't really care what you make. I just want to make... I guess I could have just made all of those. Hey, he got a modifier. He's got some kind of burning head modifier. Alright. Get some more points added. Gears. All the gears. We're up to 115. Unlock. Research. That I can wait on. Next section. Unlock. 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 Next section. Research. Research. I need 15. I have 10. No problem. Both of those. Alright. Yay! What is this? The third track section? We got it all up to all the stuff to level 10 unlocked by the third track section. Now, do I have enough raw materials left to build the things I need to build? Ah, the reload time. Alright, so to see damage to the train, if we go to that, I think it's the end menu, it'll show highlights for anything that's damaged, and if you will point at it, we can see it's at 89%, 89%, 90, 78, 78, and 90. So it also shows in the pop-up buttons kind of towards the bottom of the screen there, it says left mouse button repair, and it shows 1 wood. So I can tap, and if I have a wood, it'll repair this. Now, it repairs 50% in a single use. So repairing now is kind of a waste. I'm going to wait until these get closer to 50, and then I'll go ahead and get them fixed up. Otherwise, I'm just wasting opportunity. Get out of here, fishes. Okay, a lot of things we need to do now. Back to the build menu. So we've unlocked an upgrade for the containers. And a really nice thing about the upgrades is you can point at an existing container and it now has an upgrade option. Just tap the E key, and if you've got an iron bar, it'll instantly upgrade. So, oh, it's press and hold E, that is. And that is now upgraded, and it has 2 additional slots in this upper section. So we went from 6 to 8. Alright, so we'll do the upgrades as we can. Moving on, though, we got the lab done. Oh, the armory is what they want. So, Armory. Now we're starting to get pinched by space again. I was hoping not to put it back there. Or over here, because I want to expand my other thing. Let's put the armory up front for now. We're going to make the train bigger next time we have an opportunity, and I'll move this stuff around again. But for now... Come on. We'll throw it in there. 2 springs and 2 copper bars. Or 2 copper pipes. So much more convenient having 2 or even 3 workbenches. Back to full health. Armory's complete. So with the armory, we can either change an existing weapon. We can swap in new barrels, frames, and grips for this particular weapon, and it'll show the differences when you pick which one you want. I don't have any parts with me at the moment to do that. And then other thing you can do is you can start from scratch. Well, that was interesting. He did like a spin move and then drilled right into the side of the trolley car. I remember seeing him do that before. What are the numbers looking like? 56. Fix it. Oh, so much of my wood. Actually, we got him pretty low. It is nice if you can get rid of him early. Alright, so we've done the repairs. We got the armory up. I'm not going to worry about the armory stuff for now, but like I said, you can modify an existing weapon, or you can just basically build one from scratch from components you mix and match together. So we're done there. We have all of the other stuff done except for container upgrades. No, don't. God damn it. Now he's healing again. Turn my back for a second. Stupid fish. I don't really have a hope of killing that guy anyway. Not until we get better weapons. Alright. So, now we have more stuff we can build. If we go to our workbench, we have the leather suit, the backpack, and the grappling hook. So this is the one I'm most interested in. Spring, 1 copper pipe, and 2 bolts. So let's try to get that done. 1 spring... 1 copper pipe. I hear you eating fish out here, you bastard. He's just chowing down on all the fish. We had him down to like 40% damage. Oh, there he is. He's back to full. Alright, what else did we need? Just 2 bolts. Okay, grappling hook, craft. Next up, 4 leather and 2 more bolts. Do we have that? Ooh, we have exactly 4 leather. Alright. Grappling hook is ready to go. 2 more bolts. And then the backpack, I won't have the leather for. So we need to get some more leather from the fish. Go ahead and get an armor plate done. I think we're about completely out of material. Alright, so suit and grappling hook. And now on the iron plate, that goes on this wheel. Now I can choose over here what's going to be in this space, so I can pick either bandages or the plate. And then a quick tap will activate it. And that has added this blue bar right here showing protection. It's going to block incoming damage and slowly get whittled down until it disappears. We can only put one plate on this particular suit. It has a plate capacity of 1. So we'll want to make a couple more plates for reinstalling the plates when we take damage in the arenas. And our food is super low again, but that's fine. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to fill the water. Shark is kind of leaving me alone. But he looks pretty buff now. He's found another multiplier, I think. Alright, so done there, done there. Got nothing going on, nothing going on. Finished all that. I think we're getting really low on materials. I got my odds and ends. I got lumber. Nothing and more odds and ends. Alright, so what we got here is what we got. Go away. So, we were trying to get the last item, the backpack, but we're out of leather. I get that, particularly. I forgot to do the trade-in. That's what I forgot. Back when we were at the depot. I can actually back up and do it. Is it worth backing up for? Why not? Missed it. I don't have a blocker keeping me from going back there. So let's go ahead and do it. I need leather. That's fat. Whoa! What the hell was that? I don't have the faintest idea what that was. That was weird. They keep speeding the damn train up when I come into this place. I forget. Oh crap, it wasn't this one, was it? It was the previous main depot. Yeah, I'm remembering wrong. Wasn't this one. I left that option back at the previous main depot. This one doesn't have the vending machine. Nah. Alright. My bad. So, you can, I mentioned earlier, you can activate things like the brake with a gun. Doesn't do any damage to it. It's perfectly fine. You can also do it with the grappling hook. Just in case you need to. Alright, so we have a grappling hook now. A lot of cool things with the grappling hook. That is what the grappling hook's for. The longer you hold the trigger, the farther away the hook will go, so you can kind of time it. But we can just kind of stand here on the front of the train now, and without me having to swim around, we'll be able to snatch most of the resources that we come across. Occasionally they'll hide resources behind like a panel like this. But we can also use it to try to capture these guys. Like so. We got 2 of them. Got a fat. Got a seed. Oop, missed it. Leather. Oh, put a blocker in behind me. Here it comes. Think we're getting closer to the end of this track section. Playing a little bit of light music in the background there. Like that. It doesn't quite. Okay. Not a thing I can harvest. That's all I needed to know. Lots of fuel. Oops. Let's stop for a second. Everything is raw materials, and we're kind of full up. Alright, I got 2 leather. Is that what I needed, or did I need 4? I forget. Backpack. We got our 2. Alright, so 1 bolt, 1 copper pipe. Let's put... Oh, filled up there too, huh? We're gonna need some more copper anyway. Alright, to add fuel. 40 wood. Nice. Let's do 10. 10 copper bars going. 1 bolt. Can't do the bolt until I get some iron. Can't do the iron until I finish the copper. Shark seems to have absented himself. So are the schools of fish. There's one more treasure rock. 30 more seconds. Let's stop that production. Switch to that one. You guys are doing pretty good. Alright, got the backpack made. I'd like to get at least one more armor plate. I'm not too worried about ammo. Everything else we've got built that I wanted to get built. Alright, backpack. So, that increases our slot capacity by 3. So these 3 inventory cells opened up. And it also says 0/1. That indicates, and it notes over here in the pop-up, that +1 heavy item slot. Here in the near future, we're going to start encountering heavy items. That's things like big old blocks of coal that are floating around in the environment, treasure chests, things like that. And we're limited in how many we can carry by our backpack limitation. So we can carry 1 heavy item. Usually you bring them back to the boat. In the case of coal, you feed them into a recycler, and it turns them into chunks of coal that you can feed into a steam engine, which will change this out for a steam engine eventually. Or we get treasure chests, and we attach them to the deck here until we can get to one of the outposts and that altar I showed. And you put the chest on the altar to open it up to get the loot. That kind of stuff. Alright, we've got enough of that. Give me 2 more iron plates. For ammo boxes, we need unstable chemicals, which we have 1 of. Let's grab that and do our lab and make some more unstable chemicals. Alright, so I want to keep my bandages and my armor plates here in my inventory. I got 21 more raw. Let's go ahead and do a couple ammo boxes. And those are the 3 items I'll keep in my inventory. Okay, otherwise it's just making more raw materials for stuff. So where are we at in our research? We are up to the mechanisms, the forcer. That's the one I keep calling the pistol, or the piston. And then bearings, which are the circular one here. And then the recycler, thing I was just talking about. We don't need this yet. I'm going to hold off on this. What's coming next after that? The steam engine upgrade, which is what we need the recycler for, to turn coal blocks into chunks. Then we get up to the smelter 2, which it gets us to steel bars and brass bars and unlocks zinc and silicon extraction and sturdy wood. This is as far as I got. I don't remember if I actually researched these in the last couple of streams where we did our kind of first look revisit. Got to this point a lot faster this time, of course, because I know what I'm doing a little better. Okay, I think I'm going to build some more storage, and then we're just going to stockpile and produce some intermediate materials. Inventory is getting a little tight. Alright, so I probably want 2 more of the racks, and we also need to get the upgrades on these things. I've got 3 bars left, so... Upgrade, upgrade, and upgrade. That'll help. So these are all fully upgraded to my maximum current capacity. Then let's get some more of this going. Let's do another 10 here. More iron bars. That leaves almost nothing in raw materials. Yep, almost nothing. Alright. Good to know. So, you there. Keeping that, and keeping that. So, I need some more bandages too. Which is more unstable chemicals and more leather, which we don't really have. Alright, so I need to keep working on the fish to get the leather. And the seeds. And we're back up to 4 and 9. I guess we can get that process started again. Okay, so build, rack. I think that'll be enough until we do another car expansion, at which point I'm probably going to shuffle almost all this stuff around again. So, what is it? A bar, a bolt, and a wood for each? I know we've got the wood. But I won't... actually, we will have the bars, so give me that. So, just need the bolt and the bolt. So it's actually cheaper to build the lower version of the container and then upgrade it than to build straight to this one. So we're going to do this. And then I just need 1 bar each to upgrade. It removes the bolt requirement, which requires me to go through that process again. So I've got 2 iron left, and that is it. Nothing in the smelter. I got copper, and I don't have any more, so we can get 2 of these upgraded. Cool. Let's see. I'm going to move this stuff further down the line. I think this will be enough until we do a pretty big train extension, so let's make you the miscellaneous box. With that one, and blue, I guess. That, and those, and fat. Chemicals should get its own box, and food and drink should get its own box. So let's make you food and drink. Green, and food. And we'll make you appear chemicals. And we'll just call it chemistry there. Also green. Alright, you are going to be raw materials 2. Yeah, be blue. Alright, so raw mats, then we'll do, I think I'll do just bars here, and then I'll call this one components for the bolts and all that kind of stuff. That one, and you can be red also. And actually, I might move that one to here. Nah, I'm not going to have that many iron bars laying around, so that's fine. Raw mats, maybe. Iron bars, components. What are we going to make you? Tools? Let's make you a tools box. Assuming I accumulate bandages and iron and... Oh, I need a weapon parts box. That'll be more important. Alright, weapon parts. And purple. Alright. It's a nice system. I really like the system. It's such a huge improvement and a group of improvements over the original. I wish there were a few more icons to choose from. I think that would be handy. But otherwise, it's a very nice system. So we just need to get some iron to get the last couple of boxes upgraded to current max capacity. I'm happy with our food and our treasure or loot catcher's nest. They're doing good work. I don't have a lot of kitchen stuff to do. We're out of food bar. It is flatlined, but that'll be fine. I got nothing being made. Alright, let's finish dumping inventory. So food, chems, raw mats, and I'm keeping that stuff. Actually, I don't need to keep that stuff while I'm floating through the void. I just need to grab it up. So I do need a personal inventory box. I guess I am going to do one more of these. So we'll wait on the materials. Yeah, we'll wait on the materials. Alright, that'll just remind me to get that set up. We'll be fine with that amount of space for now, because I'm just constantly dumping straight into the boxes. I think we're good. Let's check this again. So we're going to be heading into another station pretty soon. I still got just a couple more infrastructure things I want to set up, so I'm not going to have a mass of research points. We'll get some stuff at the station. We're not going to try to upgrade to Steam right now. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and get moving again. Things are starting to come together, but this is still really early days for the train. I want to say we can do one more extension, and that limits, that is the furthest we can go with one segment. And then we'll have to build another segment, which we can then extend out to 4 spaces. Oh, I'm already missing materials. Gotta get moving. Alright, back up on my front of the train position here. Oh, aim too high. Aim too low. I don't usually miss that often. You hiding stuff? Yes, you are. Yep, there's the end of the track. I knew we were close because the shark disappearing, fish disappearing is kind of the first indicator. So we'll have a last hurrah of raw materials before we head in. Should be enough. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a fight when we pull into this next one. Which is why I wanted to make sure we had the armor and healing and so on. Yeah, I'll stop after we get all the materials. So you'll be able to do upgrades for your grappling hook as time goes by. There's a few different things that you can do to improve it. I don't remember at what point they unlock. That technology list that you saw, we're at level 10, and it goes to level 50. So, long way to go. One more item? A couple more items. And a few up there. Not a bad haul for this first grapple hook run. That is everything. Alright. Let's stop for a moment. Get this going again. Do I want to take that in with me? I don't need the room at the moment. But I would like to get this finished up. It's gonna take 1 bar and 1 bolt. Let's do 4. Oops, that's wood. Two more bars to upgrade. I can wait on the upgrades. I got all 4 of these to upgrade. Get the last of our organics cooking. Okay, keeping that stuff. I did want to make more bandages. I was short the leather. I'm still short the leather. Alright, so no bandages for us. Let that finish up, and I think we're all set. It's really nice being able to just point at a box and tap the F key. It shoots exactly where I aim, but I know from the motion of the vehicle that the whole kind of line is going to drift as I travel, so I tend to aim ahead of the point of where the thing is at instead of aiming directly at it. Or behind it, because I know it's going to kind of push into the target. So you'll also capture things when it's reeling back in. So occasionally, I think the most I've ever gotten on the fish, I think I captured 4 fish in one cast once, 2 going out, and it grabbed 2 more coming back. It works well once you get used to the system. All right, we are done. Everything is produced. Everything is put away. We got plenty of food, and actually I've got water I need to boil, but I have no fuel, and we're running kind of low. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and eat some food, though. Get our bar filled up for some regen. Alright, we've maxed our bar out for health regen. Got a couple points left. Inventory's looking good. We've got 2 backup armor plates and a bandage, which we shouldn't really need for this fight coming up. These guys are set. Looks good. Times 5. That's a pretty good clip. I don't remember if we've unlocked anything that's going to get us a new track section ahead, or if we'll get the same track section. I want to say getting the recycler up is the next big unlock for the way the train tracks work. They want me to replace a weapon module on the table. Well, give me a weapon module I care about, and I will. Alright, are we fighting?
Looks promising. At least on the outside.
We're not fighting immediately. I think it's one of the intermediate stations, not one of these main hub stations that lets us fight. We do have a train upgrade platform, though. And this is still not quite yet where we get our pets. Alright. Let me do this, though. Let me make a save. Save word for top of that one's fine. And I need to take a quick break. Just go grab some more water and take a bio break. I'll be back with you here in just a few minutes. We'll continue our VoidTrain adventure.